Assalamu alaikum guys. In this video, we are gonna see what are stateless and stateful widgets in Flutter. Well, before that, we need to understand what is a widget in Flutter. Well, in Flutter, almost everything is a widget. For example, buttons, navigation drawer, tabs, and rows and columns widget, and so on. We are gonna learn these features, learn these widgets in future, inshallah. But in general terms, what is a stateless widget and what is a stateful widget? Well, a stateless widget is in which you want to make a UI that does not need to be dynamically changed whenever you update any value bound to it. For example, you have to display the data. You have to just display the data and no user interaction is required. For example, when you press a button and an event occurs. Stateful widget. Stateful widgets are just the reverse of stateless widgets. This means when you want to make something that you want to change dynamically according to how user interacts with it, then you can use this stateful widget. Well, we continue with the practical example of it. So let's get back to the project. So yes, here is the example of a stateless widget. For that, first write class, then your class name. Here I am taking my app as an example. Then extends keyword and then write stateless widget. Then the next step is to build a widget. Widget, build context, which will initialize this class, and then return material app. Why I've written this material app? Material app basically enables the Flutter app. It basically tells the Flutter app that we are going to use the material app widgets and material app components. So this is the mandatory part. Then home and then scaffold. Scaffold basically enables us to use the simplistic features like app bar or bottom navigation drawer or so on. Then we are going to use simple column which will take children as parameters, right? I'm using the widgets that no longer requires user interaction, just for the display. Defined size, I'm taking example 100. Text, demo data, text, okay. So test this application now. Okay, there is error. Yes. So our stateless widget is now complete. Let's check this example. So you can see. Okay, so let's check out a stateful widget example. Okay, so this is the same code. I've just removed the stateless widget code. Now it's time to implement the stateful widget. For that, class name, I'm taking the previous one, extends, this time is stateful widget. For that, the stateful widget basically works with the two classes. One takes this stateful widget and one is the state. I'll just implement it. For that, write state, then the stateful widget, and then your create state. This is the predefined method. So this state will return your class name and write state after that. Now the next thing is write class, this state, extends, right here state, and then your class name. Sorry. This class basically contains the mutable widgets and your most important build widget method, which is same as the stateless widget build, which will take build context, and now you're good to go. Return material app. Okay, so we will implement a button in which we will, on the on press event, we will increment the counter by 1. So for that we will just implement the scaffold, which will take body, and in the body we will pass the container. In the container, every widget has its own child, so in the container it has child. We will pass center, and after center we will pass this we will pass a counter variable, integer counter, make its value to 0, child text. We will pass this counter as dollar and counter, and we will implement the column here, column children text, and we will pass here a raised button. A raised button which will take child as text, increment, and an on press event let's check it out. Okay, so this is the function. Let's take it to the center. Okay, so on the on press event we will increment this number by 1. So for that, let's make a function. Okay, so a stateful widget contains a set state function which redraws only the specific part of the context, which means when I will press this button, it will only redraw this particular area of the widget, which will increment the counter. This would not redraw the whole page, but this specific part only. So what will I do? I will integrate set state and counter value by plus plus. So on the on press event, I will just implement the function increment, and let's check it out. So when I will press this button, it will increment it by 1. So this is it, guys. If you think you have learned something from this video, please like, share and subscribe to this channel, and for more videos please hit that bell icon. Okay, thank you so much.